no trade for Jonathan Taylor. Not only do the Colts continue to shaft it to him and not pay their best offensive player, not pay the cornerstone of their franchise, they had now left him on the PUP list, physically unable to perform, and he will miss the first 4 games of the NFL season. Jonathan Taylor was allowed to seek a trade. No one traded for him. The Colts are leaving him on the PUP list, which is indicative that a deal might not be near. And Jonathan Taylor is essentially going to miss the entire month of September for the game of football in his young NFL career. And the Colts are just hilarious, right? Like they literally want a first rounder or something equivalent to it for Jonathan Taylor. Keep in mind, CMC was traded for 4 picks last year when he went from the Panthers to the Niners, one of which was a second rounder. But the Colts are just absolutely hilarious to me. You don't pay the superstar of your team who's carried the offense. Your wins, your offense, your season literally tailors off, no pun intended, when Jonathan Taylor is not inside the offense. And that is very, very, very clear. But you want other teams to give up trade capital like he's a superstar, but you don't want to pay him like a superstar. And there's interest. We've heard it. There's interest. This is a little different. This is why I said Dalvin Cook situation, not exactly the same. Saquon situation, maybe you're a little more tedious about, but it's no question what Jonathan Taylor has done for the Indianapolis Colts. And since they gave him the helm in his sophomore season and about on the back half of his rookie year, that team has been amazing. And I understand he played hurt last year, and some people want to go out and say it's a really bold move for you to ask for a lot of money, or be in a contract year when you're injured. Well, guess what? There's interest. The teams that are willing to pay him are apparently willing to pay him the current market value. CMC's high is paid at $16 million, 16.01, I believe. Alvin Kamara's at second with $15 million. I forget he signed that big. I wonder if the when not if the Saints restructure that. And Jonathan Taylor wants at least 14 to 15 million a year, which I think is totally reasonable. Give him his money. I understand where the market is going. And it's kind of unfair for running backs because if NFL teams didn't create this cycle for them and have your, Isaiah Pacheco's of the world and your James Robinsons of the world that come in and just absolutely blow it out the water, and that's no doubting them. That's no fault to them. They're just getting it out of the mud as an undrafted free agent or a 6th, 7th round pick as a running back. Like it is what it is there. The Dolphins are the biggest reported team we hear out of this right now. The Miami Dolphins are possibly going to make a move. Apparently, they've had a rejected trade offer that they've given to the Indianapolis Colts. Apparently, the Dolphins haven't wanted to meet their asking price yet. As I always say in real estate, a price is only a suggestion of what should be paid for it. There's no reports of the actual second team, but we do know that there is another team in the mix as well trying to pull for Jonathan Taylor. So I feel like I kind of want to get into, well, no, I've already said the Colts are fucking stupid for not paying Jonathan Taylor. The Colts are being idiots. They're being morons. And realistically, I hope that Jonathan Taylor goes to a team. I hope he signs fresh out of that first 4 weeks of that, PUP list, fiasco and goes to the Ravens, goes to the Bills, goes to a team that can actually use him. And I hope he goes the hell off. I kind of even hope he can see the Colts later on in the year or maybe in the playoffs because the way that the Colts are treating him, I've already said it many times before, Jim Irsay is becoming an owner that Jonathan Taylor doesn't like, a GM, however you want to look at it. And we just don't like to see this type of thing for Jonathan Taylor. You can feel how you want about him, but his production and what he's done for the Colts as their best player and the cornerstone of the franchise next to Anthony Richardson, it's absolutely undeniable. Absolutely undeniable.